Okay, it is the one and only Ronin the Traveler. Man, shout out to you brothers that's joining the channel membership, and shout out to you brothers in the Blue Book Passport cartel. Why are more men flocking here to Santo Domingo than ever before? Man, I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons why I think what's happening. But the number one thing, man, is the overall culture of America at the moment. It's definitely moving away from traditional values, man. The feminist movement and politicians have gutted America, and it's sad to see because most men are very traditional. We want traditional situations. So how you gonna be in a traditional situation when a lot of the women now cutting off their hair saying, hey, you didn't vote for Kamala, so we're not sleeping with you, dating you, having kids for you, or marrying you? And that's why the passport bro movement is so hated. Because what the passport bros or brothers with passports started saying is, hey, okay, I have options. I'm not just a servant. I can do what I want. I can meet women with traditional values also. And we put out videos and men saw that. We put out videos about even getting a reset, because that's all part of the healing factor, man. So that's one of the first things, man. The culture is changing in America. So if you don't want to be a part of that, you got the options to leave the plantation. The next thing, when you come to Dominican Republic, especially Santo Domingo, man, I tell guys all the time, saying good morning could accidentally get you invited to meet her family by dinner. That's real talk, man. Even going into supermarkets and you start to meet women, especially a cashier, they get to know you. And I've met a bunch, man. Some of these women are so beautiful. You're going to be, it's going to get you. So one chick I met named Carla, I got a story time about. I met her in one of the supermarkets. Same thing happened. Next thing you know, I'm in a whole relationship with this girl. She washing me up though. I had to go to Mr. Lee and get some ginseng. I couldn't even keep up with her. But I'm telling you, that's the kind of stuff that start to happen, man. Next reason why a lot of guys leaving, I'm telling you, dudes want families. They don't want to be in a family arguing with the woman all the time. Man, I remember being married in the United States, and I would get off of work and I would sit in my truck down the street. I would just sit in my truck. I had to get ready to go in the house. I would like decompress. I would sit there and no music on, no nothing, just deep in thoughts, and go in the house and have to argue with this woman. Anything would set her off. She was so entitled that she thought she was a Disney princess. And that's a lot of the things that guys going through, man. It's bigger than being like that. You don't have to be like that. So that's another reason. Dudes getting out of these long-term relationships, whether they were married or not, the kids gone. Now they starting to put themselves first. And even if a dude coming on that Trickeration Nation time, he's getting his reset, he's healing himself. Because women in the United States, they automatically heal themselves, because while y'all having issues in your relationship, she's already talking to somebody else 9 times out of 10. So next thing, man, let's keep it a buck. Physical attractiveness in DR is out of control. You're going to see, as soon as you land in the Santo Domingo airport, you will see women that breathtaking walking through that airport. And here's the thing. You can walk up to them and approach them and talk. When the last time you cold approached a woman in the United States without backlash? You know, you don't know. Talking to women in the United States is like walking in a field of landmines. You don't know how she's going to react. She's going to be nice. She's going to be mean. You don't know. So I try not to even talk to women in the United States unless they speak to me first. If they speak to me, I'm going to say, oh, well, how you doing, my sister? I'm going to go out of my way to do it, but I don't just automatically speak to them anymore, because bad things happen, man. Look, but here, walking down the street in Santo Domingo, you might think you have stumbled into a secret beauty pageant, but it's happening every day. I was at one of the bus stops and the college had let out, and let me tell you, I saw so many women that was beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, and it made me think about some of the richest men in the United States. And when you look at the wives and the women who they fighting for, those women look terrible. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg looking women. But women here, just naturally beautiful, long hair, beautiful skin, just gorgeous chicks everywhere. So it gives you your abundance mindset comes back. It comes back. And the next thing, the cost of living. And you can get a cheap place here, reasonable. I'm looking at the prices in the United States. Apartments, a decent apartment, $2,000 on up. It depends on where you staying there. But even in Louisiana, where I'm from, a good apartment that you ain't in the hood, got to worry about getting shot, $1,600–1,700 going up. It's ridiculous. So here you can get an apartment way cheaper than half that and get a good apartment in a good neighborhood. Dating culture, man, you can date women a lot cheaper here. So you get pretty woman, you're going to be able to date multiple women, and the situation is better. But look, how you choose the right woman to date in Santo Domingo depends on how you want to approach the game. If you want something serious, you can find it. If you just want to be on some trickeration nation stuff, you can find it. But look, here's what I tell men. Some of the first women I met, one of the girls I met named Nat, first thing she did, me and her was going out on a date. I stopped and get a beer. The guy tried to charge me double. She almost got in a fight with him. It got serious. And I didn't know how to speak any Spanish then. I don't know what was happening. She was like, "Poppy, put it down. Let's go." I said, "What happened?" She's like, he's trying to charge you double the price. I mean, because you're a foreigner. He heard you speak English. And from then on, I was like, wow. So I got to see early on that not all women were prostitutes. Not everybody trying to get you out your money. You do got a lot of women that are big, but let's look. Some of these women are poor, man. The average person makes $300–400 a month, and some of them make way less than that. So people are poor. That's the thing. This is a developing country, so that's a landmine you got to watch too. Watch women who trying to get you out of your money. But I'm telling you, so next thing, that family-oriented culture. Dominican culture puts family head of everything else. It's center. If you get with a chick, your partner, you're dating the whole family. You know, I'm telling you, man. Her mom, Theo, abuela, heck, everybody. Look, you in a relationship with everybody, but it comes too with some other bonuses. They teach you the culture. They look out for you. A lot of how I move now in the DR, I learned from my old lady, her brothers, her mom. They teach me stuff about paying bills, how you're supposed to maneuver and move. So I'm learning the culture that way. That's the best way, because I tell guys all the time, get out of the tourist areas and get out of the red light district, because sometimes staying in red light districts, it blurs your vision. That if all you deal with is mangoes all day, and I don't have nothing wrong with it, but if all you deal with is mangoes, you don't really understand what a real relationship is. So you start to try to equate mango life to real women. Then when the mango do some stuff like mangoes do that you don't like, next thing you know, you're saying all the Dominican chicks are messed up. No, ninja, the mangoes you're dealing with are messed up. So I always tell cats, get your reset. You deal with that person until you find something solid. And if you're going to move to a certain country, wherever country you're going to move to, that's when you seek a long-term relationship, man. Because look, escaping the West is what we all trying to do, man. Dating in the U.S., oh, man. I've been on multiple dates in the U.S., and they all end bad. They just, look, I've always been good at getting women. I'm just not good in keeping them, because they get on my nerves. I start fussing with them, and it just don't go right, because they so entitled, and I'm too old now to change. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not gonna cater to you like that. I'll pay your rent, I'll cook your dinner too. No, I'm not doing all that. It's like, look, you look out for me, I look out for you. That's the way it goes. So, brother saying, when I come to Santo Domingo, how can I maneuver not knowing Spanish? Man, my first 2 or 3 times in Santo Domingo, I didn't know anything but hola, and I made it. Look, this is crazy. I'm gonna tell you. I think on my second trip, a girl stayed with me for 2 weeks in the place with me, And I couldn't speak a lick of Spanish, and she couldn't speak a lick of English, and it just worked. Magically, it worked. We would just communicate with hands and just talking and trying to sound out everything. And that was an excellent 2 weeks we had. So I'm telling you, man, in closing, start living that adventure, man. The venture, this new adventure of new experiences. Don't sit there and take nothing no more. It's time for us to put the masculinity back out there. It's time for us to be men again, you know, and being a man, you got to put yourself first. It's about you now, you know. A lot of us, man, we're like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. We're going to put the woman on the raft and we're going to freeze our ass off. And you know what? Then she goes off and be with somebody else anyway. So no, I'm like, hey, man, I'm getting on the raft. That's who I am now. And I don't feel bad about it. We gonna both get on this raft and we gonna make it work some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? We will make this work. And I'm seeing more men doing that now. Even in this last election, I was proud to see that men said, hey, even though I'm not a Trumper, I really don't like the Democrats. You know, the stuff they doing right now, you know, so me, myself, I tell people, man, vote policy, vote for yourself. Don't let these people keep telling you somebody's racist to keep you from doing what's best for you and your people. So I tell people, man, think for yourself, live for yourself, put yourself first, get off that couch with Big Shirley. We gonna dominate in 2025. So, man, that's all I had to say, man. We are out.